cracking, everybody? Welcome to the Crazy Tommy C. Hey, you know why I'm happy, Jeff Huffman?
Why's that?
Because Don Maloney's out of his job. Nothing can make me happy. Oh, it has nothing to do with his performance. I don't know whether it was good or bad. You know why I don't know whether it was good or bad? Because I don't care about the Arizona Coyotes. They suck.
It was pretty bad.
Was it pretty bad? I don't know. The reason I care about it, this guy was a part of the John Scott conspiracy. And the only thing that could possibly make this better if Bergevin gets canned too. But it looks like they're going to trade PK Subban instead, which seems like the right move. But Don Maloney, who was a big part of the Rangers in the early 80s and the late 70s, a guy who I always found extremely annoying. He talks like a child. I can't believe that he's actually even... I can't believe that he's actually made it into the corporate end of the National Hockey League. He's so... He sucked on... if you remember Fox... Oh, you're too young, I bet. They used to have hockey on Fox, and they did Fox Tracks. They put the little chip in the hockey puck, and you could see it. It was so stupid.
Oh, no, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know what that is? Well, they used to have him instead of Milbury on halftime. And I remember his jackass. He would spin around in his swivel chair like, wow, it's a great hockey game. And that's the guy you want as your general manager? And then on top of all that, it's just sucking at absolutely everything. By the way, he sucked on the Rangers, too. The Rangers did nothing when he was there.
Well, they're playing hockey in a desert, so they might as well have some other weird things in there.
They do, yeah. Well, he was a part of the John Scott conspiracy. He played dumb, like, oh no, we were always going to get it. It has nothing to do with the All-Star game. And I know that's not why he got fired. But I'm going to take pleasure in it either way. Because it makes me happy, Jeff. It makes me happy. Now, do you have anything to say about this prick?
I mean, the performance of the team was been pretty bad over the years, other than 2012. Was it 2012 when the Kings won their first? Yeah.
Yeah, they went to the playoffs.
They went to the conference finals that year. But other than that,
they got to the conference. They went second round, I think. That's when the Kings eliminated them, and Shane Doan, the class act, refused to shake Dustin Brown's hand. You know, I know Dustin Brown's a bit of a prick, but Jesus Christ. You don't get to drop all hockey etiquette for that reason alone. I don't like the organization. I don't like the fact that it's in the desert. Nothing's ever worked. And keep in mind, this is a franchise that's had Keith Tkachuk, Jeremy Roenick, Mike Gardner, and they're never able to do anything with it.
Thank you, Coyotes, by the way, for giving us Tkachuk. Even though
you got to watch the tail end of his career. He was great. Maybe not as good as Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane,
I don't think anybody's as good as Patrick Kane right now. So.
Yeah. Art Ross, first American to the Art Ross Trophy. I was talking to Dead on Dave earlier today. He said he couldn't believe it. Yeah, we got it. I know you're kind of, and that's not easy for Jeff to do. But, I mean, we're doing it as a Team USA.
I don't have anything against Patrick Kane.
Yeah, I like Patrick Kane.
I don't have anything against Captain Sirius over there either.
Captain Sirius. He is Captain Sirius. No, I like Patty. I like him a lot, in fact. Because he's my friend. Patrick Kane is my friend. He talks to me and calls me and says, hey, bro, thanks for supporting me on the rape case, bro. And I say, thank you, Patrick. You're my hero.
That's exactly why we got 12 people watching right now.
Yeah. Speaking of, somebody called the Melissaverse. I'm going to segue into this one. Somebody called the Melissaverse. It's a small blog on, God knows what website, but Puck Daddy linked it, so she's game. Apparently, she's claiming to have a meeting with Gary Bettman. Bettman dropped by more than halfway through the meeting, and he didn't stay long. Initially, he came across as polite, but somewhat defensive, explaining at length why the NHL won't suspend accused players unless the league has specific information that clearly points to a player's guilt. He cited both legal against the law and labor roadblocks that would prevent a preemptive suspensions for accused players. This is what they want. People ask me all the time, like, why do you go on harp on this Patrick Kane thing? Well, I don't want this to spill over to regular life, and it looks like this is in the process of doing it. She wants people not to be able to collect a check or go to work because they were accused. That's what she wants, and she's not alone. That's why You know,
No,
like,
there's people out there that really believe that.
yeah, and they're powerful. They're powerful people. So that's why I'm bringing this up. It's bigger than hockey. We got 2 days to go.
People are turning into the Duncan Keiths of society. When they don't get their way, they cry.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, why would you want somebody to go to jail before he goes to trial? I don't know. That gets me. While I believe, while I believe those obstacles can be overcome, I also realize pretty quickly that Bettman doesn't believe in the NHL's best interest to make the attempt. Probably because it's illegal and he's a lawyer. Probably because it takes a slippery slope. Probably because he's not like most people, or no, I should say like most people like yourself, that thinks it's okay and the accusation is the evidence is fine, that the justice system should take its course. It's not his place. She goes on to talk about how, I guess Winnipeg had a Katy Perry chant this year. I didn't hear about that all season. I don't know about you. Did you?
I thought you talked about it.
Katy Perry. I didn't know about that.
I remember we talked about that.
Did we?
Earlier in the year.
And the Sidney Crosby chants. And about the problem of casual sexism. Well, here's the thing. First of all,
too soft. That's people are too soft.
I don't think it's that. I think it's more than that. I think it's trying to control. I think that this is leading into sort of like what they do in over here. If you say racist chants, and by the way, the shit that happens over here in soccer games has never happened in the United States, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. Some of the racist chants that go on, especially in Eastern Europe. So if you say Sidney Crosby, if you say something sexist, you'll probably get sort of a rats on the ice type penalty. That's what they're looking for. They want you to lose your job if you're accused. Well, I mean, how much power does that give women? You raped me. All right, we have to do a police investigation. In the meantime, you can't earn a check. You can't go to work. What the fuck, man? That's serious. That's a problem. He
burnt my dinner, so I'm going to accuse him of rape.
Let me tell you something. People have been accused of rape for less. Kevin Souza, you're on the air.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion.
Sure. I don't know why, but go ahead.
You tweeted out earlier a video of
yours.
No, it wasn't mine. It was you laughing how Mike Milbury wants to coach the Bruins.
Yes, that was made.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yes, that was made last February, actually, with me and Jeff.
Well, was that long ago?
Yes, it was last February last year.
Oh my God!
Yeah, believe that shit. Yeah. Well, what was your question? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Proceed.
Well, I just wanted to know what you think. Do you think the Bruins should fire Claude Julien because of this late year collapse? Because I don't think so. But people are saying
clear the deck over there. You know, the Boston Globe has an article today. The Bruins didn't choke. They simply weren't good enough to make the playoffs from the start. I suppose that's debatable, but it sure looked that way. They're older. They don't have an identity. The moves they made. I mean, they need to get rid of everybody. Claude Julien should not be fired because he did anything wrong. Claude Julien should be fired because they need a new voice in that locker room.
It's time to change.
It's time to change. That's all. This is changing things. They need to move some guys around. They need to get an identity. And personally, they need to get back to doing what they were doing in 2009, 10, and 12, if you ask me. But I think that they've bought in, or management has bought into, that's not the way you play hockey anymore, even though it was only like 5 years ago. You know?
Yeah, that's not the way to play hockey, so let's just trade a future.
It's the only way we've ever won. The only way we've ever won.
I think their biggest mistake was last year when they fired
their biggest
Peter
mistake was
Chiarelli,
getting rid of a franchise. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just can't believe you said that, but go ahead. Nothing that happened last year. Sorry. I can't do it.
What I was going to say is we've made some great decisions and then followed those great decisions with horrendous. We keep trading away our young guns that we get early in the round, like Tyler Seguin, Riley Smith. We keep trading these guys away that are scoring for us, and
what
we're
about
left
Dougie
with
Hamilton?
the oldies.
What about Dougie Hamilton?
Yeah, Dougie Hamilton to the Flames
for
at
nothing.
the start of the season.
For nothing.
Yeah.
So I think you answered your own question. Everybody needs to go. Julian's going to get a job. You know, he'll. It's not like a blemish in his career so much.
Oh yeah, he'll be hired within the first couple days.
Within a week. you'll get a job. So I'll never forget this. Remember, I watched all those Devils championships growing up, and Jacques Lemaire was a part of 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. And he said, I remember he didn't get fired. I think it was 2000, it was the year 2000, and he was just like, I'm done. And the reason he said that is because he says sometimes a coach's voice gets old in the locker room. I mean, unless they're going to give Claude Julien a whole bunch of new players, young guys, to say, all right, you got like 3-4 years to build these guys up. And they got to trade away all the old guys, with a few exceptions,
The one guy I'd hold on to is Bergeron.
Bergeron, maybe.
They need to make him the captain. I'm getting tired of.
He's been the captain all along, Bubba. I think
He
so.
has, but
It's not that I'm saying Zdeno Chara isn't a leader, but I think the
letter does not say the letter does not say anything.
you can tell who's making a bigger impact.
I've always felt that way. Although I do, from what I understand, Chara is very engaged.
Chara's an amazing
I'm not
person too.
I'm not saying he's not engaged.
Yeah, he is engaged. He's guys. I mean, I've seen him in practices with Team Slovakia. He's in your ass. So, but I think if I had to guess, Bergeron speaks better English, and most of the guys on the team are Canadian generally on most teams. So I think that to have a Canadian or an American, it kind of is default. So I think it's just a good relationship between those two. But Chara's only a year younger than me.
Yeah, he's got to go. Chris Kelly, they should have got rid of him 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Louis Eriksson's obviously going to go, even though he's been scoring.
Clear the deck.
John, I can't see what John Michael Lyles has been doing, even though he's pretty new.
It sucks. It happens.
Stempniak.
Sometimes you work yourself into holes that you just gotta do a complete fire sale and start over.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think obviously keep Torrey Krug. Even though he hasn't scored much this year, he's been really good at defense.
No, we can go over each one. Look, I think it's straight Bergeron. It's flat change, new coach, new everything, build for the future. Draft your way. You got a nice little draft pick coming up now. Everybody goes, including Bergeron. What's the point? Why would Bergeron want to stay for a rebuilding team?
Listen.
True.
A lot of the people when we need to think of I forget who said it the other day, but we can't be looking at these players like trading cards where, oh, I'll give you this if you give me this. They're actual players, and they have feelings, they have brains.
Oh, fuck that! Come on! No, come on! No! I'm gonna teach you something. They're professional athletes. They're professional athletes. This is the life. This is the life that they chose. So they can be moved at any time. And I know you got all that liberal fucking bullshit horse crap coming from the Boston Globe. A bunch of guys panicking over Donald Trump and talking about people's feelings. But grow the fuck up. Now, I don't blame you because you're a young guy and you're listening to adults spill that horse shit. That is horse shit. They are athletes. The only function the Boston Bruins have is to win hockey games. The sooner somebody gets that through your head, kid, that'd be the best. And then you can apply that to other things in life like business and life. It's all about money and winning and going forward, not feeling good. So lose all that bullshit they stuffed in your fucking brain. Let me tell you something. First of all, those guys don't care as much as you think. They don't care. They're professional athletes. They know the game when they get into it. Yeah, I'm sure some of them don't want to leave, but you cannot keep up. Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying, dude. Think about what you're saying. We got to keep the team together because we might hurt somebody's feelings. No, That's a fucking losing mentality.
I'm not saying keep the whole team together. I'm saying keep the two impact players, Bergeron and Marchand.
No, you didn't. You're walking away from it now, kid. What you said was some jerk off in Boston who I'd love to kick straight in the fucking teeth said we have to think of these guys as much more than hockey players. No, to the Bruins organization, that's all you are. When I was the Army, I was a Social Security number. When I worked for AT&T WorldNet, I was an employee. They're employees. And part of that frigging game or business or whatever the fuck you want to call it, sport, is moving things around to make the team better. Not to make you feel good, the fan. Not to make Patrice Bergeron. I mean, he's a real man. He can take it anyway. That's what it's about. It's about winning. Look, if I thought that it could keep your favorite player and win the Stanley Cup, I'd be all for it. But I go through it to the perspective as that when you guys call and say, I want this for this year, I pretend I'm a Boston Bruins fan. And if I was a Boston Bruins fan, it's time to clear the deck.
I don't know how you can do that if I'm a Rangers fan.
I could do that. Because it's hockey and it's not real life. But I look at
And
it
they're
as
in
a
the playoffs.
business. Yeah,
I mean,
it's not the
winning
playoffs too. Well,
Hey,
another thing, what do I care? First of all, the Boston Bruins aren't in the playoffs. Second of all, like they're in a different division, you know, and there hasn't been a rivalry since Bobby Orr was on the team. What the fuck do I care? You know, I can't even get mad at Jonathan Tavares. He's such a fucking good guy, and I'm sad to see Patrick Elias and Martin Brodeur go. You know,
Yeah.
but don't buy into that Boston feel-good bullshit. You should move from that goddamn state, and because they're going to turn you into a big pussy, Kevin.
I don't want to go to a drug addict state. I don't want to move to San Jose. Don't
Drugs
move me there.
That's another pussy area. Don't go there either. I used to live there, too.
Drugs everywhere.
Go to Texas, get a gun, and raise dogs. That's what I say, Kevin.
Did you hear that McDonough's out for the
Yes,
playoffs?
I heard. All right.
Jesus.
Have a good day. Bye-bye. All right, enough. Pure Pustinen. I thought I was only going to do a half an hour today. Now that kid got me all excited. Oh, he made my head explode. Pure, what do you got?
All right, this is the real Pure. This is not the troll bastard.
Yeah, I know. I already blocked him, so don't worry about it.
I can't wait for the Bruins to become the new Oilers.
Maybe they will.
I mean, come on. Just look at the players they have traded. They have traded like Thornton. You remember Joe Thornton, okay?
I certainly do.
Phil Kessel, Tyler
Yeah.
Seguin, and now Dougie Hamilton, Milan Lucic.
I don't understand, like, I don't know if you're breaking up here. So if I interrupted you, I apologize. But I think Susan says, I'm deaf now. I can't hear anything about the loud ringing noise. You blew my ears out. Well, turn down your microphone. Looks like we lost Pierre. What was the question he asked or the statement he made?
That the Bruins will turn into the Oilers.
Bruins will turn into the Oilers. I don't know. I just they've made a lot of horrible management decisions.
Yeah, definitely.
Starting with Joe Thornton. They still managed to win a Stanley Cup. By the way, Boston is an awesome hockey town. There's a rink every other block. There's a rink every other block. It was really. I got to visit there 2 years ago. It was fucking great. I loved it.
It's like Minnesota.
Yeah. Pierre, I'm sorry. I think you call me wireless, which makes me want to kick you in the teeth. But I got to put in germ. I think. But I think. I don't know. I think Boston should clear the deck. That's my opinion. If you want to keep Patrice Bergeron and Zdeno Chara and keep them on, and you could be like my kid's pacifier. You could just suck it. You know what I mean? And you can feel real good about yourself while you're in last place or just missing the playoffs for 2 years in a row.
Still got 2 years left, doesn't he?
Let's not forget the Boston Bruins have not made the playoffs in 2 years straight now. Something's got to go. Something's got to change, whether it be management or the players. And considering the age of the players, probably both. Germ?
I almost cry, man. I mean, they are people.
Oh, fuck you. What do you want? They're people, too.
Man,
they're hockey players. They're not people.
You know what? I think Boston should be inspired by Montreal. I mean, everything is good. Don't change anything. Everything is super. And
you're a wise ass.
even the owner get down with the journal, the media, and say, yeah, I want stability and everything is fine and
so if you
nothing's wrong with us. Nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. Well, if you were the Boston Bruins GM, what would you do next year? What was the first
fire
thing?
Claude Julien. And it's not bad because he's a bad coach. It's just time. That's it.
Yeah, just Claude you're being serious? You're not joking around?
No.
I thought you were like, don't do anything because I'm a Habs fan and I hope they continue to lose. That's how Jeff saw it too, right?
No, because hockey is I want a good rivalry.
Yeah.
I want good teams everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, all the rivalry is fighting for the cellar.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they should clear the deck. I'm a what do you call that? A nihilist? Somebody who believes in nothing. I might be one of them too. I believe in rebirth through destruction. I was playing H1Z1 and I built something and somebody tried to, and I just destroyed it. I destroyed the whole thing just so I could make something new. And that's the way I feel about hockey.
Watch the Maple Leaf. Everybody is laughing about the Maple Leaf, but watch them in 5 years, man. Watch them.
I will.
They're gonna go all the way.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Nah.
They got that fucking advantage. I think. But you know what? We're gonna find out. The advanced stats don't mean as much as you think. They're gonna fire what's his face. They're gonna put the kid in charge, Dubas, and then they're gonna crash and burn. I think Kyle Dubas should be forced to release his fantasy hockey every year.
So you think we should trade PK Subban?
No,
Do you want him?
No. You guys, you got to get Bergevin. You guys all should be screaming for Bergevin's head over there.
Yeah.
And I'd like to get him clipped like Don Maloney, and they can go golfing together while they're both out of work. That's what I think.
But you know what? What you say about the Coyotes, I'm agreeing with you. But it's the same thing for me, for the Panthers. I hate the Panthers, man. Are they irrelevant for the league? I mean, why do they have a fucking team there?
I don't know. I could say that any other year. Most years I'd agree with you, but they did win the division. So we got to give them a chance.
But nobody
they win the Stanley Cup this year, buddy.
The Canadian, man, the Canadian played them 2 weeks ago. They were first. Nobody in the stands. Nobody.
No, you're probably right.
Nobody.
You're right about that. But that's Gary Bettman's problem. You know. He's the guy that put the dork in there in the first place. All right, I have to talk about.
I hate this thing.
No, get used to it. Start demanding Bergevin's head. Start a revolution. Go cut a video. Send it to Bergevin and say you suck. All right.
Trust me, nobody's happy in Montreal, especially because Therrien is still there. That's the first thing. Then Bergevin. I mean, nobody's happy here. Nobody.
No, well, nobody's happy in Boston either. So now you guys can go golfing. All right.
Yeah.
Get a hole in one for me. Bye-bye. All right. What's wrong with the thing over here? Okay. Thanks for the call. Pierre, if you want to call back. I don't know if you're wireless or what the deal is. I mean, you're like closer to me than anybody. And doesn't Finland have super internet? Don't those hamsters run quicker in the snow to create the power that you need to go? Oh, thank God. This is a call that need to be made. You know, I was worried about you, Roy.
Oh, yeah?
Because you're sick, I heard.
It's good to see that the Bruins haven't ended you. So
Yeah, because you weren't even calling and complaining. Usually, when this happened last year, you didn't talk to us till September. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
How you feeling, though? Because I know you're in the hospital.
Yeah, I'm better. I'm getting hydrated and getting back on track.
What happened?
I dehydrated myself. I dropped my sodium, and I had to go to the hospital to get rehydrated.
How did you do that? How did you do that? Like, what did you do?
Vomiting, diarrhea.
You weren't drinking water, basically.
Drinking water's the worst.
More was going out than what was going in.
Yeah, drink water, Hua. It solves all your problems.
They say Gatorade.
Yeah, we got to drink water.
No, fuck Gatorade.
No, drink water. Water's good for you. Look at Jeff. He's got lots of muscles. I am interested in how you feel. I mean, I'm sure you're disappointed. I'm interested in what do you think? Where do you go from here with the Boston Bruins?
Oh, I could care less about those motherfuckers. I don't care about Claudio. These are fucking $1 million guys. Who gives a shit about them? It's the fans. We're the ones that are fucking hurting because they suck so bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, oftentimes the fans are more passionate than the players, and that's not a knock on the players.
It's true. It's just a fact.
Right.
Yeah.
But life goes on. What are you gonna do? We got 4 months. They'll figure something out, and we'll be playing hockey again.
You know what I want to do?
I like hockey. I'll watch whatever fucking hockey's on the fucking TV.
But do you realize how drastically different you are sounding? What are they putting in your weed over there? Last year you were furious. Now you're like, you know what? It's not the end of the world, and I'm going to enjoy the Stanley Cup playoffs. What happened to you, Roy?
I'm kicked down to low gear.
Yeah. Did you almost die or something?
Yeah.
You almost dropped dead, didn't you? You almost died in the hospital last week, didn't you?
On the way there, man.
Oh, I knew it because that's
geez.
not the Roy I know. That's a guy that just realized, getting upset over the fucking Boston Bruins, it's not that big a deal. Breathing, that's a big deal. Well, Roy, I'm so happy things worked out for you. Yeah,
you should be like the fantasy hockey champion, Frenchie Ben, and thank God.
Let me give these people in the audience a little background. He called in last year. You were so mad at me when I criticized the Bruins. You were mad at me when I said that I didn't think they were going to make it. They might be eliminated. And you didn't talk to me for months. And I kind of missed you. But now, this year, same thing happens. And you're like, you know what? I love hockey. Boy, you've changed.
Yeah, shit has to change, you know.
It's all right. Wow.
You
Well,
can't-
I don't know how to
can't be
feel.
See that Boston Bruins? Roy found the courage to change.
Sounds like he found Jesus. You know, like, the thing that's like, I don't know whether to be happy for you because you found an inner peace with the Boston Bruins, or to be upset that you won't get upset anymore because that's funny. You know, I don't know. I feel like I lost something here, but I also feel like I gained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How you feel? How's everybody like kissing your ass now? Is your wife like kissing you more and holding you more?
No, she's not like that. She's tough, and she tells me to snap out of it, and I should wake up and start doing something.
Are you depressed? Be honest. Are you depressed right now?
Yeah, I'm depressed. I can't do what I want to do. I can't walk. You know,
Right.
my walking is horrible.
You had the bad. Oh, see, I had that. You had the bad dehydration. Look, Roy. You're gonna snap out of this. You're gonna drink some water. You're gonna be fine in a couple weeks, and you're gonna be fine in a week or two. I swear to God. I've been there.
H2O.
Yeah, H2O. You're gonna get back in there. You got this. This happened to me when I was a kid. My ankles turned inward, and I couldn't move. I couldn't even walk, and I got rushed to the hospital. I almost checked out too. You know, so I know what, you know. I'm not talking dehydrated. I'm talking like death's door dehydrated. So I've been in your spot. When I was about 9 years old, that happened. But Roy, you know, I don't want you to be depressed. You'll be back on your feet. You know, you got 2 months of hockey left, and you can always call in here and give your opinion. And look at it this way, man. You didn't die, and you're gonna get to see your kid play hockey. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. You know, fuck the Bruins. You know, it's a good thing. No, it is. It's a good thing. There's a lot of good. You know, I know you've had a rough time with your injury and stuff, but there's a lot of good things in life. You know, there's hockey. There's your kid. I know you're proud of him. You send me pictures of him. You know, there's this great show on YouTube. There's a lot of good things in life. You just gotta.
Yeah,
look
you don't
at-
have to you don't have to get upset anymore. You can
I
come
haven't
watch me
called,
get
but
upset.
I've seen a lot of the shows. I've been watching all your shows.
Have you? Oh, but I think we've been getting better. I think we've been getting better this year. I don't know, last couple months or anything. Well, Roy, it's great to talk to you. Give everybody in the chat, give Roy some love, and better luck next year with the Bruins. And actually, the season's going to start earlier next year. We're going to start in September because we got the World Cup then the season, so it's going to be a short layover. Sound good?
Wow.
And I got better news for you. I'm doing a podcast all summer at this same time slot.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be doing just a regular ass podcast like I do Shot from the Point Live until the season starts for the World Cup. So, not going anywhere this year.
Do you watch any golf? Did you see the Masters?
I can't stomach that shit. I can't stomach that shit. If there's no boobies, explosions, or hockey pucks and sticks and fights, I'm out of there. You know?
It's really kicked down when you're watching golf.
Yeah. Well, you're really kicking the low gear if you're watching golf. That's right. But if you like golf, I want you to keep smiling. I'm glad to see you. I saw that picture of you, by the way, and I didn't say anything for a while because it wasn't my business. But then I hadn't heard from you a while. I got really worried when I sent you a message the other day. So I'm glad you're okay, buddy. All right. Talk to you later.
All right, see you, Tommy.
You're the best.
See you, Jeff.
All right.
See ya.
Now, I haven't mentioned this because I didn't want to bring undue attention, but Roy put a picture of himself on Google Plus like 2 weeks ago. And I don't know, I don't want to get involved in people's personal stuff, but then I didn't hear from him a while, and I started to get really nervous. So I sent him something over the weekend. He sent me something back saying he's doing okay. But I saw a picture of him, and he looked sick. I mean, really, really bad. So when he was like, you know, it's no big deal. I still like hockey. I knew he almost died. I knew it immediately. I knew it happened because A, that picture, and B, that's not the Roy we all know.
Yeah.
That is not Roy. That is not the Roy we all know. But it's definitely the Roy we love. Because last year he wouldn't talk to. He was mad at me. And
he was
mad. I'll tell
heated.
you another dirty secret. I don't care either. This has happened a few times with a few fans. He unsubbed as well.
Did he really?
Yeah, I bet he doesn't think I know that, but I do. It's okay. It's okay. Look, I'm gonna get around to offending your team, and I got news for you, Chicago fans, because I got a plethora of them. If somehow the Blues come around on the Blackhawks, I'm gonna fucking goof on you guys. Old fucking Debbie's gonna block me on Twitter again. You watch. We're going live.
Just give me this. if that happens, and I strongly believe that they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. But the only reason I have doubts is because of the Blues' history, and it's the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
And it's the Blackhawks.
It would be wonderful if they lost. Pierre, you're back. I'm glad you're back because you didn't get a fair phone call. What's on your mind, man?
Let's talk about the Blues and the Blackhawks.
Go ahead. I'm going to listen to you.
I think we should be a little bit scared.
Okay. Tell me why.
I'm seeing a team that has blood on their hands. Payback.
Payback for last year? I don't know, Jeff.
Two rounds.
Really? Do you think the Blues locker room's looking at this like a payback situation, or do you think they're just happy to survive?
I think so. I like this team a lot better than in years past.
Okay. Do you think they're in there saying we have to get these guys, we got to knock them out? I mean, or do you think they're coming in scared? That's what I'm wondering.
Who, the Blues?
Yeah.
I think they're going in like we got to beat these guys. I don't think they're going in scared at all. Like I said yesterday on Shot from the Point Live.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't think they really put the effort there against the Capitals. Whether it's they were just trying to stay healthy for the Blackhawks, or they really wanted to play the Blackhawks.
Okay. Oh, Pierre, you were going to say something? Go ahead.
Are they going to choose the goaltender? Because sometimes they change with Allen and Elliott that they can't really make up.
It's Elliott.
There you go.
Well, I hope it's sure because I don't understand why they don't trust the guy. I think he's pretty good actually.
Well, I mean, throughout this entire year, one's been hurt the entire time. I mean, Allen started the year, Elliott got hurt, and then Allen got hurt, Elliott goes in, Elliott gets hurt again, Allen comes in, and it just went on the entire year, and they were incredible all year. Like, every time they would come back, they would just be absolutely unreal. And last time I checked, Elliott was leading the league in save percentage and goals against. Now, he did get lit up against... he got lit up a little bit the last couple games, but then he followed that up with another great game. It seems to be like Allen and Elliott both struggle once they play 9 and 10 in a row.
Well, they're going to need to play more than that.
Well, just injure one of them, and then you win.
Allen's already injured. He's being evaluated.
Oh shit!
It is sort of weird that the Blues are always in a situation where they never know what goalie they're going, whether it's Halak.
I can't understand it.
It's not pure. You bring up something good. It's not that they don't have faith in Elliott or Allen. They don't have faith in anybody. They haven't had faith in anybody since Curtis Joseph was there. I mean, it's sort of a reverse Flyers, a situation where they put too much stock into a guy like Briskalov. And they don't put enough in guys like Halak. It is strange.
Ryan Miller, that worked.
Brings up memories. Briskalov in Philadelphia was nice.
That was good stuff.
Remember that?
Ryan Miller, Jesus Christ.
That's when Crosby and Giroux locked up, and that was a fantastic series as far as.
And then the Bears stuff, and he said that he only is afraid of Bears in the force. And then the Pittsburgh fans had.
I was glad Philadelphia won because I don't hate Sydney personally, but I hate the Sydney genre, or I don't know. That's for lack of a better word. I hate what he represents. I don't hate him personally.
Yes.
But yeah, I do. But I remember
he's a despicable player. He's a disgusting player, but he's too skilled.
He's good. He's a good player. I don't like him. I think he's boring, and he comes off like a bit of an elitist. And I actually got to see better hockey players than him growing up. So I'm not like totally, he's not Mark Messier. He's not Wayne Gretzky. I mean, he's not even Teemu. I don't know if he's even as good as Teemu Solani. I don't know. And I saw.
No, he's not.
I don't think he's as good as Teemu. I mean, he's good. I don't know.
That's clear.
I don't know.
He's not even good.
I want to end it because I think I'm going to stream H1Z1. with the Canadians tonight. Some Canadians.
I got opening day to watch.
You got opening day to watch too, in St. Louis. All right, Pierre. Thanks for the call, buddy.
Thanks.
Take care. Good man. Pierre always sounds sad when he gets off the phone.
They can do it. They can
What?
do it.
Really? Oh, you're starting to feel it. Well, I guess we're gonna have a drinking party
They
or
can
something.
fucking do it.
They can do it. They can do it. David S.
A
I
lot
got
more,
you.
lot more depth
where
than
the
years
hell is
past.
it? I gotta find it. Where the hell is it? Let me find. Give me a second. Where is it? Where is the damn thing? Did I leave it in the kitchen? I forgot to bring the shirt out. David, I got your shirt out. It'll be sent out tomorrow. I bought it today. Finally got that whole thing straightened out. We're gonna do that again for a while. It was a pain in the ass. So look for your shirt. I swear to God, it was over here, and it's not. Fuck it. I don't care. All right, what else do I got? I think there's only really one thing to talk about left.
Who's advancing?
Talked about just about everything I want to talk about. Yes, I don't know. And this is the way I'm going to do deaths from now on, unless, of course, they're extremely tragic or somebody's really young. I'm going to do what I call an Irish funeral. I'm not going to cry over Ed Snider. I'm going to celebrate Ed Snider. Ed Snider, of course, he's the owner of the Philadelphia Flyers. He brought the Flyers to Philadelphia in 1966. He won 2 Stanley Cups, both in 1974 and 75. The Flyers are notorious with a rough style of hockey, given the nickname the Broad Street Bullies. He's considered one of the more hands-on owners. He was kind of like George Steinbrenner, maybe a little too hands-on at some time, but it's only because he really loved it. He wanted his team to win. I mean, I remember it was only like 2 years ago. He bitched about a practice. He's like, that's not professional hockey practice. He was always engaged and in there. You know, he's like a lot of gazillionaires. Everything's about winning. You know, that's how you win, Kevin Sousa. You look at the world like Ed Snider. He's been battling bladder cancer, and I think one of the last major things he did is hired Haxel, which seemed to be a good decision because they're in the playoffs. I hope
Many Blackhawks fans in this chat.
Is there a lot of? Yeah, there's always a lot of Blackhawks fans, and it's nice to know that Philadelphia made the playoffs before he passed away. He was 83 years old, and he was a badass. And Philadelphia has lost one of their favorite sons, but 83 years, a hockey team. We talk about like we bitching about the Coyotes and the Cats and maybe putting franchises where they don't belong. Well, the Philadelphia Flyers are a part of the expansion as well as the Blues. That was the first year for the Blues too, wasn't it? 66.
Yeah, 66, 67.
So it's the same year. The original the mid 60s expansion was really strong. It's not like Pennsylvania is this huge hockey area, but the Flyers are so much a part of the culture and the attitude and the working class way of doing things in Philadelphia. Ed Snider brought that there. He cultivated toughness, actually kind of changed the game because we got enforcers. But prior to that, there was really no enforcers. He's quoted as saying, we might not be the most skilled team out there, but we will definitely be the toughest. A Bobby Clark later, Stanley Cup. So it's a wonderful thing, and I'm not going to be sad. I think it's celebration time in Philadelphia. Don't be sad. He's a wonderful man, did a lot for charity, a philanthropist, everything that's wonderful about the game of hockey. I'm sure there's some things that Patrick Lynn can call in about, say he did this, he did that, and I'm sure they're probably true. But one thing that you could say about Ed Snider is he wanted to win, and he did what he could. And sometimes, as just human beings, we want to win so bad that we make the wrong decision, trying to make the right decision. Sometimes maybe too hard, but he was great for Philadelphia, and we salute you, and we give you a shot from the point salute. Ed Snider, he passed away yesterday at the age of 88. Okay, I did that. How was that?
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I think I did good.
It was badass.
I don't like doing the death stuff.
It was badass. I
like funny death stories. I don't like. There's no funny. There's no upside. Celebration. Celebrate a wonderful man's life. We do have a lot.
Do what the Latino countries do. They celebrate death.
They do. I think we should start doing that. I do. I'll tell you a quick story. And this is when I was a little more younger and a little more self-righteous. And And for all you young people, the worst thing you could be in life is self-righteous. It's inhibiting, and it's a good way not to have a lot of friends. I was at a funeral where my friend's uncle got up on the dance floor and dropped dead in front of everybody.
Jesus.
On the middle of a wedding, a beautiful wedding for my friend.
Jeez.
I thought it was. They didn't cancel the wedding. They didn't stop the celebration. They didn't do it. They just kept driving on. Which, at the time, I thought it was disgusting and it was disrespectful. And I was staying over at my parents' house, and they used to hire this Irish lady who was probably illegal to come over once a month and clean a place, right? She was funny, so I used to hang around there whenever she was around. She'd tell me funny stories. So I told her the story, and I told her how I was kind of outraged, how they just kind of picked him up and threw him in the back and drove on. And I thought that was gross, and I thought that was disrespectful. And she looks at me and she goes, "Who the hell do you think you are, Tommy?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" "I'm just asking you, who the hell do you think you are? Do you think his uncle would want him being miserable on his wedding day? What was he doing when he died, if I had to ask you?" "Well, he had a beer in his hand and he was dancing with a girl." "Is there any way to leave this earth? Any better way that you could think of?" And I'm like, maybe you should take a look at yourself and stop passing judgment on everyone else. And he goes, "We could," and she just went on and said, like, this is the circle of life, and it's just to be celebrated. And that's the Irish way to do things. You don't sit there and talk about the good things. And some deaths
crying doesn't help anything.
No, it doesn't. Some deaths are more tragic than others. Ed Snider's death was not tragic, in the sense.
You saw it coming. I mean,
yeah, in the sense it sucks that he didn't be able to beat this cancer shit. I wish it'd come with a cure.
Yeah, he was also 83. What, 88?
What's that? He was 83. Long life of more accomplishment than anybody listening to this podcast will probably ever have. Especially if they think like that. But no, I don't think it's. I'm not into being sad. So when somebody passes away, with the exception of maybe like a young athlete or something like that, in the hockey world, we're gonna celebrate it, and I salute Ed Snider, and Irish Americans can basically do perfect accents. So I can't. I don't think my accent's that good, to be honest with you. And she basically told me what a bitch I was and stop fucking judging people.
There you go.
And I tell you something, if I drop dead at my daughter's funeral, fucking slap me up, throw me in the oven, get ready for the funeral in a couple days, because it's no reason to stop things. And I don't think Ed Snider would want everybody crying over his fucking coffin. You know what he would say right now? If he was here, he would go Flyers! Go as far as you can in the playoffs. Good luck. That's what he would do. And that's all I got to say about that. You got anything else, Jeff?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go
you watch baseball?
Play.
I watch baseball. I might do some H1Z1. I don't know when. You have to go to our regular page. You know what I'll do? I'll put that out there. Because I'm supposed to... There's one page I can directly stream from. It's the live streaming site.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get there. And I don't know. I think they should advertise it more on... I think they should advertise it just a little more on... I don't know. Figure it out. Figure it out yourself. I don't really care. I don't think I really have... I don't have any headlines. I just have Wednesday's games, and here they are. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Detroit's in Tampa Bay. First round. What do you got for that one?
Who was it? Detroit and Tampa?
Yeah.
In that series, Tampa Bay is very vulnerable right now with all the injuries. I like Detroit.
Me too. New York Rangers, they start off inside of Pittsburgh for the first two games. They take on Pittsburgh. What do you think of that?
Pittsburgh has been on fire.
Yeah, they're frightening.
I want to say the Rangers, but
looks like
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
I think that's very reasonable. I got to be honest with you, I can't. The only thing that's like saving grace about this is the Rangers. Pittsburgh always finds a spectacular way to lose.
Exactly.
But not usually in the first round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. There you go. This may be a case where they, tailing off towards the end of the season there or the middle of the season, kind of bit them in the ass. Now they have to play a team like Pittsburgh. Also, 9:30 Eastern Standard. Chicago Blackhawks take on the St.
Yeah,
Louis
freaking
Blues.
8:30, and they're playing in St. Louis. What is that? Oh, it's TV.
9:30.
That's right.
9:30 Eastern. So it's
Yeah,
is
it's
that?
8:30 my time.
yeah, 8:30. That's not too bad for you. Yeah, because they want to showcase it in the East Coast. You know what I mean? That's why they're doing it. They want to showcase it in the East Coast. Thank you very much, everybody. If you liked, oh shit, my SFTP ad is gone. I have to fix that.
Who do you like in the series, Blues and Hawks? Who do you like?
I'm the same way you are. I'm just a little biased towards the Blues, and I just want to see them win. So now I'm a little sick of the Blackhawks.
I'm gonna say Hawks in 6.
Actually, I'd probably say Hawks in 5. I don't know. It's like they have.
They could sweep the
6
Blues
is reasonable.
too.
6 is reasonable. 6 is a victory, practically. You lose them in 6. It means you took 2 games off them. No. But I'm a little sick of the Hawks. You know what? It's one of those things where I would say I just want the best hockey possible, and that's true. That's true.
You're gonna get it with that.
Yeah,
You're
probably
gonna
will.
get it with that series.
Lots of superstars, a little bit of a rivalry, and we're going to get it. Elliott's in goal.
Elliott is in goal.
Well, when they come in,
Barring he gets hurt from falling down the steps.
all he has to do is tell people to get out of his screen.